Hello everyone, my name is Eric Jones, better known as the Turf Teacher, and I'd like to welcome you to the presentation entitled Instagram for a Green Industry Business. I am a big fan of Instagram. I hope that you guys have at least heard of it, and hopefully that you are already using it in your business. I know a lot of my students at the college are big into Instagram. My children are big into Instagram, and they're the ones that actually introduced it to me a few years back. And I've seen a lot of landscape professionals, irrigation professionals already using Instagram, and I love seeing that because Instagram is going to be big. It's going to be, I think, a lot larger than Facebook itself. And it's going to surpass it one day, primarily just by the age groups that are using the social media platforms. As you know, Facebook's used a lot by people my age and older. My parents are big on Facebook. They love it. They're not so much into the Instagram or the Snapchat as the younger generations are. Again, my children introduced me to both Snapchat and Instagram, and I've implemented it into my business. So hopefully you guys are following me on both Snapchat and Instagram. You know, the user handle name is Turf Teacher, just as it is my website and all my social media sites. But Instagram is big. It's going to even be bigger and better, I think, than Facebook. And it's still new out there for the green industry. Yes, some of you are on there, but the ground is still there for you to grab. And if you don't grab it, somebody else will, and we're kind of going to be left behind on it. So let's go ahead and get started. And so what type of social media do you usually think of when it comes to small business? Well, we just kind of briefly discussed that. And a lot of it is your Facebook. You know, and even before Facebook, there were the good old days of Twitter. A lot of you probably have Twitter handles or Twitter accounts, and they're kind of just sitting idle. I would recommend getting that back up and going. Yes, a lot of your customers may or may not be on Twitter, but I like using Twitter to connect with you guys, to connect with industry professionals, industry suppliers. I love following the chemical companies, the fertilizer manufacturers, the equipment manufacturers, the equipment dealers, the landscape supply houses. I love following all these guys on Twitter because they're pushing out valuable content that I can take into the classroom and that I can take to the lecture stand. So I get a lot of information from Twitter, a lot of good information from reputable people in the green industry. And then came along good old Facebook. And granted, Facebook is probably the most popular platform for the landscape business and the irrigation business. Why? Because everything we do is visual. People love seeing what we do. It's just the norm. They love seeing the life of a landscape contractor, irrigation contractor, or even a lawn maintenance contractor. People love seeing the good work that we do, and it's one way to push ourselves out there in front of people. You know, Facebook, you can spend about $7 on an ad, get it in front of at least 1,000 people. Where else can you do that cheap of advertisement than through the social media? And you don't even have to spend that to get views and to get likes and to have people visit your page. You don't even have to spend money. But if you spend just a little bit of money, you're going to get out into get in front of even more people. And so Facebook's the most popular. It's the most popular for our clients that we are working for. It's people with extra money. It's the grandmas and grandpas keeping up with the grandkids. It's people my age, younger professionals, younger than myself. They're on Facebook. New homeowners, people that are getting out there and starting their careers. They're all on Facebook. It's the widest gap of generations that are on Facebook. Now, when I talk about that, my children, my oldest is 15. She just opened a Facebook account. She doesn't like it. She doesn't get on it much. She's just not into it. She's like, Dad, I don't like Nana and Papa seeing what I'm doing. I don't care for you to see what I'm doing. I just don't like it. And but they're big on the Instagram, and they're big on Snapchat, which is the two beside the Facebook logo here. And Instagram's what we're talking about now. It is owned by Facebook, and it's going to, I believe, be more popular one day than Facebook, just because of the newer generations coming on board, and you know, building it up. It's just going to get more and more popular, more so than the Facebook. Snapchat, again, is just all about stories. You take a small picture, you post it to your story, or you can send it to your friends. You can do the same thing with the video. You can select how long they can see the picture, whether it's 3 seconds all the way up to 10 seconds, I believe, maybe a little bit longer. And then you can do little short videos and send those to your story, or send them to your friends and family or followers on Snapchat. And so I will use Snapchat to take pictures, to take short videos, download it to my phone. I'm also posting it to my Snap story, and then the downloaded picture or the downloaded video, I'm putting it on Instagram. I'm actually putting it on my Instagram feed, or I'm posting it to my Instagram story, which is identical to the Snapchat story. So they've all implemented stories or storyboards, and what that means is basically that the video or the picture is going to disappear over 24 hours. It gets people coming back to your page, seeing what you've got going on, and it's good. It's just a good way to document what's going on in the daily life of a landscaper. So there's your 4 main social media platforms that I think we should also have. That we should all have, and I also think that we should all be using YouTube. YouTube, doing a little bit longer videos, weekly webcast, interviews with clients, almost like a living video portfolio of the work that we're doing. And I can't stress to you enough, guys, that I don't like getting on somebody's social media site that's in this industry and saying, you know, 10% off a fertilizer application, or 10% off of a new landscape design if you're a new client. I don't like seeing that type of advertisement. What I think we need to be using our social media for is pushing out content, a little bit of free information to get people coming back to our social media sites. So with Instagram, posting pics of the jobs, posting pics of a tree that's in bloom. I mean, like right now, we've got, you know, the Kwanzaa cherries are a little bit, you know, fading out. We still see some that are looking good. The Yoshina cherries are looking good. I've seen dogwoods blooming here the past couple of days. So we're in that time frame here. I love taking pictures of those, posting it to my Instagram, which will automatically post it to my Facebook, and just, you know, talking a little bit about the tree. Hey, you know, the Cornus floridia, it's our native dogwood, it's the state tree of North Carolina. We've got the white ones, we've got the pink ones. It's just, you know, a beautiful tree. Get people intrigued about it, educating them on what's out there, and they're going to keep coming back to your site. They're going to keep coming back looking for that free information. Or I also use it with my students on campus. Right before we do like a plant quiz, I'm going around taking pictures of the plants that's going to be on the quiz. Hey students, what picture is this? I'm posting it to Snapchat, putting it on that story, putting it on the Instagram story, then automatically to my Facebook story. So it's like a pre-quiz for them. And I have a lot of landscapers that kind of play the game too. They're responding back, hey, that's you know, that's the Alex crenata compacta, and you know, it's good interaction, and it's almost like an engagement of fun. You know, it's kind of like, what is this? And the guys respond, and I really appreciate that, and I always look forward to for putting up the pictures of the plants and asking people what they are. So that's what we need to be using our social media for, not 10% off of this stuff. Now, granted, if we're a landscape supply house, that's fine and dandy, because they are advertising to us, the landscape contractors, or the irrigation supply house, if they've got a sale going on. There's nothing wrong with them doing that. I just think for us who are going after residential clients, we need to be focused on producing content and good educational content that's going to keep them coming back to our sites over and over again. So what is Instagram? Instagram is a platform where you can post short videos and or pictures. You can do both, and they can actually be on your page. Well, you can also, with the story postings, just like Snapchat, put a picture up on your story, or you can put a video up on your story. The difference is between your page and your story is that the story is going to disappear within 24 hours. What you post on your page is there until you delete it. But most of the time you're not going to delete it. And some of my students in the past seminars have also kind of educated me on this, that they like posting some of the mistakes that they've made. And that, when I thought about it, I'm like, that's a pretty good idea, because you don't want the same person to make the same mistake. I'm willing willing to help anybody learn from my mistakes as well. I'm hopefully not only a role model for young landscape contractors starting, but I also want to be their failure model, because you can learn a lot more from a failure model if that person is willing to explain and help you not make those same mistakes. You can learn a lot more from them. But if you were to post on there, hey, made this mistake right here, planted this plant where it shouldn't have been planted, we've learned our lessons, but we found the best plant for this particular site. So things like that, people appreciate that. They appreciate the honesty and the good information that's going to help them in the future. And granted, if you're posting stuff on your Instagram and you've got the mom in the carpool line or the dad picking up the kids at soccer practice, they're sitting there on their phone, they're scrolling through their feed. And just think, if some of your stuff comes up and it's an engagement type photo or video, hey, what tree is this? Which one of the dogwoods has the alligator bark type skin that's growing on it that reminds us of alligator skin? Well, it's the Cornus floridia. It's not the Cornus cusa. And just an engagement like that, they're gonna follow through. Trust me, they do it on mine. They do it on the stories that I'm posting. But it also gives a chance for people to make comments and to like your photos. Now, granted, we all like likes, and we like seeing people, put the little heart sign by it and light it up on our Instagram page. But trust me, when you put a video up and you see the views that it's getting, that's more important than the likes, because the views is what's building your brand. It's building your content, and that tells you that you're getting in front of that many people. Not everybody's going to like it, but trust me, they've seen it because they've got to scroll past it. They've stopped at it. They've looked at it. If you've put up a nice landscape picture, trust me, a homeowner's going to stop and look at it and kind of think, wow, that would be nice to have. And the more intriguing that you make it and the more engaging the pictures and the photos you make, they're going to call you when they're ready to spend that money. And still, Instagram has unlimited potential. It's just getting started, especially for green industry professionals. Now, granted, I wish I had my notebook here that I took some extra notes, but I think it's every minute there's 69,000 photos and videos posted to Instagram. Unbelievable. So people are using it. People are out there, and we need to tailor it with using hashtags and connections that we're making on Instagram to make sure that we're getting in front of the right people that we need to. And that means local people, people that's going to purchase your products, purchase your services in your geographical location. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So Instagram, it is second only to YouTube. Instagram can be credited with creating more famous people than any other social media platform. So we've all heard about it. The young girl that makes slime videos, retired her parents at an early age. She's traveling around just because of the Instagram page that she built and the YouTube page that she built. People love seeing that. And now they're actually paying her to come and visit and show up at these events and to make slime with her. The story of the young son and father who built a YouTube page, with millions of people subscribing to their page, and all they're doing is dissecting things or cutting things in half and seeing what's on the inside. So it can do that, but that's not what we're after. We're after pushing content for our potential customers and our existing customers and getting them to come back to our page. Because the more stuff that we can produce, the chances are they're going to pick up the phone and give us a call. College grads are even taking a few years after college to try their luck at getting famous on Instagram before going to work somewhere. So they know it can be done. I've seen a few landscapers get free stuff from the vendors, mowers, weed eaters, blowers, because they have so many followers. And what they've become at that point, when you start getting stuff like that, you're becoming an Instagram influencer. People are seeing you use that product, so they're gonna push their products to you, pay you to use it, and post to their page. And that's not what I want to do. I want to get in front of you, the landscape contractor, the irrigation contractor, the college student. I want to help you grow your business. That's what I want to do. Now, I also want to do this for my landscape business that I run. I want to be in front of the people in my neighborhoods, in my hometown, in the geographical location that I want to work at. I want to build my brand as Elite Landscaper as I do for Turf Teacher. So, and I'm using Instagram to do it. The importance of Instagram doubled in 2016 with the introduction of the Instagram Stories. So it's only been around a couple of years. It was modeled after Snapchat. And you know, Snapchat was offered $3 billion by Facebook. They turned it down because they knew they were going to be on top one day, and they decided not to sell. Well, Facebook then introduced its own Facebook Stories since Snapchat wouldn't sell to them. So it was good to see that the two young guys that started Snapchat not sell because they're worth a lot more right now than the money they were offered. There's 7 steps to business development on Instagram. So before attracting lots of followers, make sure your account is full of awesome content, guys. When they come to see what you're all about, they'll have something to see. You don't want them to get to a page and you start promoting it and putting it out there with nothing on it. So go ahead and take some time, take pictures of these wonderful jobs that you guys are doing. If you're following me on Snapchat, you'll hear me a lot in the mornings. I'm on the way to work, stop at a stoplight, and I'm, hey, landscape contractors, irrigation contractors, send me pictures of those job sites. I want to see what you guys are doing. I love getting those snaps back. It's interaction between me and you guys. You guys are sending me some awesome pics of gorgeous places that you're taking care of, new sites that you're putting in irrigation. You guys are proud of that work, and I'm proud to to have you guys following me, and I'm proud to follow you because I love seeing the awesome work that you guys are doing. I take those pictures, show them to my students, and keep things going that way. It's just great interaction and great engagement between you and I out there. So if you're not following me, please do. I push out free content that I want you guys to share on your page. You can screenshot it and post it to yours. And I know if you've seen the YouTube video that we talked about collaboration, I'm putting content out there for you guys to share. I want you to take it and use it. I'm not even worried about the credit. I want to help you build your Instagram page. My profile is also your profile, and I think when we consider each other colleagues, that's what it's all about. 2, search for keywords that are relevant. Examples would be turf grass, lawn care, irrigation, landscape, and even landscaping. I'm not a big fan of the word landscaping. I see somebody put landscaping on the side of their truck. I don't like that, just like the word maintenance. I prefer landscape contractor, landscape maintenance. I mean, not landscape maintenance, but landscape management. And if you've taken some classes for me in the past, I talk about that. But what we're looking for is these keywords that we can put hashtags. And we'll talk about that a little bit further in this lecture. But just think about words that are good for you. What services are you providing? Are you in the landscape design business? Are you in the digital imaging? Are you using Pro Landscape? Are you using AutoCAD? Any of that type words, landscape design, landscape architecture, with the hashtag or the pound sign in front of it is going to get you pushed out to those hashtags, because now you can start following hashtags on Instagram. And so when you hashtag your picture, it's going to automatically put it like lawn care. If we put pound lawn care on a picture that we put some nice stripes in the yard, and we put hashtag lawn care, hashtag turf grass, that picture is also going to be in that hashtag page. That people will just go to the hashtags and they're going to scroll through, and if they see the good job that you've done, then they're going to click on your page, and you might gain a follower or two just from that. Click on the first hashtag that you would find. We were just talking about lawn care, landscaping, landscape contractor. There's contractors of Instagram, which is a big one, but landscaping is a big one. And you click on that hashtag, or you search for that hashtag within the app, you'll see the pictures that everybody else is putting and hashtagging with it. You know, on Facebook, you're not supposed to use hashtags. Instagram, you're supposed to bombard your photos and videos with hashtags. Twitter, 1 to 2, no more than 3 hashtags. Instagram, I'm saying minimum 10 hashtags per photo that you put up. Make sure to click on all the pics you can with that hashtag. What that's going to do is help the person out that you're clicking on it. It may make a connection with it. Start following that person. They'll start following you back. You get that interaction back and forth. And guys, again, I'm big on the difference between a colleague and a competitor. You guys are licensed landscape contractors, irrigation contractors, college graduates, or college students, soon-to-be grads. You're all horticulture professionals, certified plant professionals, landscape architects. We're colleagues. We're licensed professional. We have to have the same insurance, the same, same license, bonded. We're all so unique in that. Our competitors are the guys out here that are doing it who do not have license, who do not have insurance. Yes, we're going to lose a few jobs to those guys. And that's okay. That's not the type of work. If I'm working for somebody because they've hired somebody because they're the cheapest, I don't want that client anyway. There's too much work out there. But when it comes to you guys, if you and I are bidding on a job together and you get the job, it's because the owner felt more comfortable with you. I'm okay with that because we're professionals. We should be neck and neck when it comes to price. Same training, same type licensorship. We're bonded. Everything should be close. We're using the same suppliers, the same nurserymen. So it comes down to, hey, you were a little bit more connected with that client. I'm going to shake your hand, but I'm going to say, I'm going to get you on the next one. Next one that we've been on, I may get it because the client just felt more comfortable with us. But they found you and I both because we had great Instagram and social media content out there. That's what it's about. Get in front of the client, give them the free education, the little bit of content that keeps them coming back to your page, then let them decide on who they're going to hire. They're going to go with somebody who's professional and has developed a social media strategy that's going to be in front of them when they're laying in the bed at night thinking about, do they want that outdoor kitchen? They're going to be looking at it, and they're going to click on your page, and they're going to click on my page, and then they're going to click on our other colleague's page. Then let the owner decide who they want to hire. But get out there and get known. Do some investigating into the accounts with that hashtag to see if they could use your services in any way. Well, yes, if we're going business to business, but I still think it's the best for us getting out into the homeowners. But I teach my students every day. And even in the seminars that I go to. I did one in Raleigh a couple weeks ago. Talked to them about how I'm helping my students get involved. And you guys are always talking about, Eric, I need good employees. The best way for you to get good employees is to follow me on social media because I'm a college professor producing horticulture graduates that are coming out of our program that I'm trying to get every single one of them pesticide licensed and certified plant professional as a minimum. Yes, I want my 2-year horticulture associate degree graduates with the CPP and their pesticide license, and I want them going to work for guys just like you. That's how you're going to get good employees, is by following me, other horticulture professionals, other community colleges, and having that connection. And we connect on the social media sites. And the best thing for that would be LinkedIn, probably, business to business. But, you know, what great way than to promote on Instagram. I had a student that's, you know, moving 5 hours away because the pay was great. You know, I met his employer on social media and it just worked out. So guys, do that. Let's follow each other. You help me and I'm helping you. That's what I want to do. So great way to build that. Some of the best employees we ever got in our landscape business was because of the connections with other landscape companies. We've been called and said, hey, Mr. Jones, I've just, you know, kind of lost a client. I need to get rid of somebody right now. I love this individual. He works for me. He's a hard worker. You know, would you need some help? Well, yes, we need some help. It's all that connection, and it's so easy with the social media now. You know, our cell phones are not being used to talk on. They're being used to social medialize our products and services out there, guys. Send individuals personalized messages. You can click on the 3 dots in the upper right corner of your page, and do not spam the users with cut and paste messages, just like on YouTube when I talked about it. Send them a message. If it's another landscape company, if it's a hardscape company and you're needing somebody to do that for you, you're connecting with it by using it on business to business. And it's okay to send individuals. If you see an individual like several of your pictures, send them a message. Thank you for liking our pictures on Instagram. We really appreciate that. If you have any questions, visit our website or you can call me on my cell phone. We're here for you. Interact, guys. You cannot let these comments and likes go unnoticed. If somebody likes 20 of your pictures in a row, screenshot that, put it on your story and say, thanks so-and-so for liking all these pics. We appreciate the love that we're getting on Instagram. People like that. Your messages explain what drew you to their account, why they should pay you attention, and the value that you offer. Just like what I said, Mr. and Ms. Smith likes the hardscape job we just did. You know, did the brick paver patio, did her an outdoor kitchen. They're just tickled to death with it. We've put it on our Instagram page. We're getting other people to like it. They're, you know, really liking it, saying, great job, love to have that at our house. Interact with them. Get back to them and say, we'd love to come out and do an estimate for you. You know, if there's anything that you'd need, if you need some samples, we can drop those off. Interact and stay engaged with that potential client. And if it's business to business, use it. But I know we're talking about business development here in business to business, but it's still the main thing that's going to get us residential clients as well. So target your search by location. Use this technique of search, click, and investigate for as much time as you can each day. Only a small fraction of people will respond, but each response improves your visibility. So let's say that you're sitting at the truck at the stoplight, or you're eating a quick lunch at the job site. Get on Instagram, do a search that surrounds you. Let's say there's a new shopping center going up, a new office complex. Comment on it. Just talk to the people. Send them that message. Hey, I'm Eric Jones with Elite Landscape Service. Would love to come out and give you a quote. Please check out our page. We've got some cool stuff on there. It's engagement, guys. Some of them are going to answer. Some of them not. Most of them probably won't. But you're trying, and you've got to keep pushing that stuff out there. Push the questions, push the content, push the interaction, and it will pay off. The effect will start to snowball until you're the one other brands are reaching out to contact. Again, it's true. It's true. People, once they see you and know who you are, they're gonna wanna contact you. Now, for instance, I've gone to Great Clips for years. You know, for one, I work all the time. They're open at 9 o'clock at night. You know, they're open on Sundays. They're open on Saturdays. When I get a few minutes, I can run and get a haircut. But I'm at a barber shop on Instagram. The guy's cool. He's a super cool guy. He's a police officer. Him and his wife bought an old barber shop downtown. Found each other on Instagram. We started liking pics. We started interacting. I never met the owner. But when I walked into that barbershop the other day before I went to drill weekend, he's like, "You're the turf man." He knew me because of the social media. My little girls do not like going out to eat with me because we may walk into a restaurant and somebody's going to walk up to me and say, "Hey, turf teacher, I seen your latest YouTube video." That makes me feel wonderful because my stuff's getting out there. Now, this video that you're watching is a unlisted YouTube video. You can't go to my page and see it because it's in the Moodle site, or it's on the Blackboard site for the college, or it's on my turf teacher page. This is being used for CEUs. Things that I use for CEUs, I'm starting to keep unlisted, and you can only view it from the website. What I'm using my YouTube page publicly for is how to better your business or how to better your landscape. If you're a residential client, same thing. I'm doing it for Instagram. Residential clients, this is how you do it. If you're a landscape contractor, guys, this is how you can grow your business. I'm pushing out that free content, that little bit of education that hopefully is going to keep you guys coming back to my social media sites. So let's go ahead. If you've already got the account, that's fine. If not, this is how you're going to do it. Just kind of go through this and bear with me for the ones that do not have the Instagram page. This is how we're going to do it. I'm using the iPhone apps. Guys, I'm all about iPhones. I finally got my parents to switch over, because Dad's still actively involved in the landscape business. Mom is too, somewhat. They both are all over the strawberry fields, and we've got the Snapchat and the Instagram set up for them, and showing Dad how to use Facebook Live, and he's doing that from the strawberry patch, and people absolutely love it. The responses we're getting from the videos and the YouTube Live, the Facebook Live that we're doing from the strawberry patch has just been amazing. But it doesn't matter. You can download Instagram on either platform, Android or iPhone. You can do it on an iPad. The bad thing about Instagram, you can log into it from a computer, but you can't post from a computer. You've got to do it from a mobile device. So I do use it on my phone. I use it on my iPad. I've got data on my iPad, so I'm helping out Dad down there sometimes. But you can have up to 5 or 6 Instagram pages on open or logged into on your phone. You can just switch back and forth from the account. But you would either sign up with phone or email once you click on the app. I use email, but I do confirm it with my my phone number, so they have both my my phone and my email. And hopefully, guys, and if you've seen the YouTube video, what you need to have for your Instagram username, hopefully it's going to be the same as your website. Hopefully your website's the same as your company name. So again, I'm Turf Teacher. I'll be honest with you, I didn't want Turf Teacher up front. I actually didn't think of it right away. My first choice was Plant Professor, and Instagram was one of the ones that was already taken. And it was an individual that really wasn't actively posting. But I couldn't get that username because it was already taken. I think it was available on Twitter. The Facebook was available, but the website wasn't. So I like everything being the same. So I'm Turf Teacher Inc. My website's turfteacher.com, and all my social media platforms are Turf Teacher, so it's the same. And hopefully you can set that up where you can do it, but a lot of us have been in business for years, and we don't want to change the name of our business. I completely understand that. Dad is Elite Landscape Service, Inc. His website is elitelandscapeservice.com, and but all his social media is Elite Landscaper, because Elite Landscape Service was gone on most of the social media sites. So we come up with the term Elite Landscaper. That is my father. That is his personal social media handles. So you'd enter your phone number here, click next. I'm using one just called Turf Tuber. Guys, I'm just using a generic email here. Like I said, I do this all the time at the college, showing students how to set this stuff up in marketing class. So turftuber at Gmail. I'd enter my name, create a password, I'd add a photo. I'm using my Turf Teacher logo on my social media sites. And as you can see there, I got a long password, but Turf Teacher I'm using as my name. And basically what you're doing is you're creating a personal account on Instagram, and then you can switch over to a business account. You know, as we're with Facebook, you know, you set up a personal profile, and then you can create a business page. Instagram, you know, you start out personally, and you can switch that same account over to a business account. I still like using the personal, so I can post it to all my other social media. It's a little different when you're in the business side, but the business account gives you a lot of more tools that you can use when it comes to keeping track of who's viewing, you know, your page and stuff like that. But we're going to click next. It's going to discover people. It's going to connect to your Facebook. So everybody, all of your Facebook friends that have Instagram accounts, it'll automatically bring them up as a suggestion that you can follow. And then it's going to give you all these other suggestions. And it'll even connect to your contacts, because people are using their cell phones on their Instagram account to verify it. It automatically picks up on that. So everybody that's in your phone contacts should be able to follow them as well. Please turn on notifications. Do that. Know right away when people follow you or like or comment on your photos. That gives you that opportunity to pick up the phone and respond to that comment, or to say thank you for the likes. Keep that interaction going. And you're only going to know that when the notifications come on. This comes up like as a text message or a pop-up on your phone screen. And do that. Keep people engaged. Find people to follow. Again, let it connect to your contacts periodically so it can sync everybody up. There's your stories. You'd click on that to add to your story. And then there's welcome to Instagram. Let's find some people to follow. Here's one I created, Turf Live, that we were going to go out and actually set this up at school and just, you know, let everybody know what we're doing live at the moment. Again, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. You can go Instagram Live, and people can see a live video of what's going on. You can hold it up here, and you can be live talking to it, and it's going to your social media sites. It's awesome. People love seeing that. I actually met a contractor the other day. Came to one of my seminars. He's been in a couple of my seminars. We got to really get to know each other. Had cell phones given to his crew leaders so that they could actually, on the job sites, go to Facebook Live and give updates on the properties that they're using. And he said his followers just love that. He gets more engagement from his guys, his crew leaders being out. They do all hardscapes and outdoor kitchens. And he said, you know, the clients just love that. They're commenting on it. There's interaction. And he's not the one actually having to do all the social media. He's letting his crew leaders with the cell phones, with the Facebook app on it, do that for him. And it's just created a wonderful engagement opportunity for him and his clients. There's the homepage. Again, 0 posts, 0 followers, 0 following. We want to see those followers go up. But you have Turf Teacher as the name. You could edit this account and put all types of information underneath your name. You can put your address. You can put the services that you could do. It has a place where you can put your website. And if you switch over to the business side of the account, it'll have, you can click on a button that'll call you, email you, or take you to your website. There's, you know, there's different choices that you can put in what you call the info part about you and your company. And then to add a new photo or video, you'd click on the plus here, and it's going to pick from your phone, or you could actually take a live still shot. You can use that photo. But again, I don't think that the quality of the pictures that Instagram takes is good as what your camera or Snapchat does. So that's why I do that and then upload it to the Instagram page. You can change your profile anytime, but I like using the company logo, the username. You know, I do have Turf Teacher, guys. You know, this was one I just created for for the school and the video here. But the bio, that's where you would put the information about your company. And if you switched over to a business account where it says try Instagram Business Tools, there'll be a link down there where it says people can call you on the phone number that you've entered, or send you an email or visit your website. But there is the website there, turfteacher.com. And there is the page without any posting. So, Turf Teacher here, did the Turf Live as a demo. Green Industry and Business Consultant, Irrigation and Landscape Contractor CEUs. There's my email, there's the website, and then I start posting things. So the Instagram account is there. And so now that we've created our Instagram account, we've got to push it full of content before we start going out and following everybody and getting them to follow us. Got to build it. Got to build that content before you push it out there. People don't want to come to a page that doesn't have much information on it. So your username, your bio, it needs to match your other social media. I just mentioned that earlier. I'm Turf Teacher across the board. Dad is Elite Landscape Service Inc. The website's elitelandscapeservice.com. Those social media sites names were gone. It's too long for Twitter and Twitter anyway. So we come up with one, Elite Landscaper. Elite Landscape was gone. Elite Landscapes was gone. Elitescapes was gone. We did that website called NameCheck, and I recommend using NameCheck. Just Google it, NameCheck. It's NameChk. And so what you would do is you would search for that and then pop it open. It's going to bring up a screenshot where it's going to have all the .coms that are available, or .org, .biz, all of the websites that are available, and then it's going to pull up your social media that's available. And that's what we kept doing. I did that for Turf Teacher, did that for Plant Professor. That's why I went with Turf Teacher, because everything was available. And we did the same thing. Dad had Elite Landscape Service for a while, but did the search for the social medias. It was gone, but we come up with the Elite Landscaper for him. So do that. Make sure your website is posted to your Instagram bio. People want to click on that. That's where you can have more information about possibly sales that are going on, online newsletter, place for people to log in and pay their bill. All that stuff is hosted there. But use your social media for your online portfolio. And then the bio explains your business and what your business does. And you just saw that one on mine. Green Industry Consultants, Business Consultants, Irrigation and Landscape CEUs. That's what my Turf Teacher is doing. Your profile pic needs to be the same as all the other sites. I like it being a company logo. Now, granted, as you saw on the profile pic, it's a cropped circle. So you need to make sure that your logo is going to fit inside of that cropped circle. Inside that cropped circle, look at the Turf Teacher. If I couldn't size it down right, it wouldn't fit. So guys, I recommend using a graphic artist, and you might think that's a lot of money, but not for what they can do for you. They can take your logo and they can shrink it, size it down to fit all of the social media sites. You can tell them I'm using Twitter, I'm using Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. They can do your background pic, they can do your profile pic. All of that can be set up with your logo. These guys have the training. It doesn't take them that long. I would have spent time and time, night after night, trying to figure out how to make my logos pop on my social media sites. I paid the guy to do it, and I was done, and I was able to market that logo. People see Turf Teacher, they know that it's me. Now, also what I had him do with the logo is make it transparent, so I could insert that logo on any picture that I take. With the photo editing app, before I post to Instagram or Facebook, I'll take a picture of a nice landscape job that we've done, or a picture of a nice cherry tree that's just on fire, and I want to give myself credit for taking that picture. I can insert that transparent logo and put it on the picture, and I don't have this cropped white box. Let's just think, you're seeing the white Turf Teacher logo on the green background. Well, a lot of times in the old days, before they could make these logos transparent, you would insert your logo and it would have a white background over it. And then the turf teacher would be a different color. But making it transparent, he's made, my graphic artist made it transparent in white, black, green, the green and yellow colors, the multicolored logo that I have. Very inexpensive, but it has saved me time, and it has really gotten my name and logo out there. Getting started, follow people. Start following people, especially vendors. I like following the vendors, the mower manufacturers, the distributors, the salespeople. Follow them. You're going to see other landscapers. Follow them. Comment on their pics, and then start advertising your IG. Hey, I've got an Instagram. Put this logo, the little square camera, orangish pink logo. Get your graphic artist to do a vinyl decal and stick that on your truck, and then put your handle name beside it. So that needs to be on every single one of your vehicles. Again, you pull up to the stop site, the carpool mom's going to pick up the kids, pulls up beside you, sees that Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook logo, and they're thinking about getting some yard work done, and they see that you have the social media sites. You're going to be the first person that they go to, because they just seen your truck with all this on it. Now they're on your page. They're liking your pics. They're seeing the good work that you're doing. Next thing you know, the phone rings. But you need to be engaging them on your social media site. They're going to see that gorgeous patio outdoor kitchen you did for Mr. and Miss Smith, but they're also going to see the topics that you're talking about weekly. I said in my YouTube lecture, I'm starting one called Monocot Monday, where I talk about my favorite monocot, turf grass, and what we need to do to make it beautiful, and then all the other monocots. The first video, I mean, we haven't started yet, but I'm working on the content. I'm doing a 5-minute video on YouTube every day, starting with Monocot Monday, Turf Tuesday, Weeds Wednesday, Tree Thursday, Financial Fridays, Social Media Saturdays, and Shrub Sundays. It's a short topic that I can use to promote to landscape contractors about what I have to offer you guys, but also what I can offer to my residential and commercial clients as a landscape contractor myself. I'm getting free information out there. I want you guys to get that free content. Use it, share it, copy me. That's what I want you to do. Take it and build your business just as I'm building mine. We're colleagues. We're not competitors. Your goals should be for Instagram is to increase your sales, get traffic back to your website. Now again, websites are very much needed. I don't think they're as important as the social media, but people still go to websites, and they need to see that you do have a website. And also, your Instagram is going to build your brand awareness. Now, your brand can either be personally you as the owner, or it can be your company. Now, for instance, one of my students got hired by a large company. He's moving away, and he took my social media class in Hort 273, management marketing, and he's like, "Well, what do? I'm going to a career job." I'm like, "Yes, still build your social media. You're becoming the expert that works for that company. Give that company credit, but you're building your name personally." I said, one day you might be the top guy on Instagram talking about the cool stuff that you've done, but you're still giving credit to your company. You're helping your company build by posting to their social media sites, but then you're going to post to your personal site. It's a win-win situation for both. You've become that industry expert working for that awesome company. And residential clients, they love to know the owners. Now, I don't like mixing personal with business. And if you're following me on Turf Teachers, sometimes I make that mistake. Again, a failure model. I posted something the other day on Snapchat and Instagram talking about when you go to look for someone to do work for you, make sure that they're a landscape contractor. Ask for that landscape contractor license. If you're getting irrigation, ask for that irrigation license. Ask for a copy of their bond. Ask for a certificate of insurance. Ask if they're a certified plant professional. Ask if they're a licensed pesticide applicator, if they're doing yard maintenance for you. ask them for this stuff. I lost a bunch of followers for that because a lot of the landscapers that were following me weren't licensed. And yes, maybe I stepped on their toes, but my goodness, we are licensed. You are my colleagues. You're not my competitors. Get licensed and stay licensed and use that as a marketing tool. That should be one of the first posts that you put on all your social media sites. I am a licensed landscape contractor. I am a licensed irrigation contractor. I am a certified plant professional. I am a licensed pesticide applicator. I'm a certified arborist. I'm a landscape architect. Advertise all that. People want to know that stuff. And guys, yes, there's going to be homeowners that's just going to look at you and say, that's why you're so expensive. Trust me, that's not the clients that you want to work for. If they're basing everything off price, let them go get our competitors. Let them go get those guys won't be in business next year. I love the guys that I see in the mornings at the fast foods getting biscuits and stuff. They start a new company up. They've got the new uniforms. You know, they've got all this new equipment and stuff. A year later, you're seeing their equipment gets, sold. And they're going to work for another landscape company who's reputable and is using social media and is booming because he's built his credentials up. And he's got the license. He's got the insurance. He's bonded. So we all know those guys. Keep building your brand, whether it's your company brand or your personal brand. I'm building Turf Teacher, and I am the Turf Teacher. That's why I'm building that personal brand more so than I am my company. The company, yes, Elite Landscape Service. I'm helping my parents do that and getting them set up on that. Eventually, that'll be mine one day. But right now, I am building the Turf Teacher as my personal brand. You're going to increase customer satisfaction. You can do that. And you need to get permission probably from the client if you can take pictures and post to your social media. If they say no, maybe you can take smaller pics or whatever. You're just not tagging them. You're not letting them know exactly where you're at. But again, recruiting employees. Again, guys, follow me, Eric. How many students you got graduating this year? You got anybody that's looking for a job in the Greensboro area, the Raleigh area? Talk to me. That's what I'm here for. My goal is not only to help you guys build your business through my social media, but to help you find, recruit, and retain good employees. And that's our biggest problem right now. So who do you need to be in touch with? You need to be in touch with me, the professors of horticulture, putting out the good quality students for you guys. And build relationships with influencers. Do that. If you've got a colleague that's got 100,000 followers on Instagram, you need to be following him, engaging with him, because his 100,000 followers are going to see the communication between you and them, and then they're going to start following you. And it builds like wildfire, guys. You just start gaining followers. Now, you're probably going to look at my site now. Yes, the numbers are low, but who am I targeting? With Turf Teacher, I'm targeting landscape contractors, irrigation contractors, people in the green industry is who I'm going after with Turf Teacher. So you see it's on the strawberry side, you're seeing a lot more followers, especially with the Facebook, because we've put a lot of time and effort into marketing the strawberry patch on Facebook. So content strategy, how often and when to post. Now, I follow one of my mentors, never met him, will one day, but I found him recently. His name's Gary Vaynerchuk, and the guy is just amazing when it comes to talking about social media and how to market it. He recommends that for Instagram, you need to post at least 9 times a day. He calls it the $1.80 strategy. Now, for $1.80 a day, we're not talking about cold hard cash here, guys. We're talking about in theory. So $1.80. Think about it. You're putting your 2 cents, 2 pennies, the knowledge you've got up here, your 2 cents. You're going to post 9 times a day. So 2 cents times 9 gives us what? 0.18. Then we're going to put 10 hashtags each time we post those 9 pictures or videos. So that 10 times that 0.18 is going to give us the $1.80 strategy. So put your 2 cents in, 9 times a day with 10 hashtags. That's going to build your followers on Instagram. People are going to start following you. You're going to get 5 or 6 new followers a day. Over a month, that's going to give you 150. Look at what you're going to have at the end of the year. Look at what you're going to have over 2 years. And if that's not enough followers you gain in each day, just double that content. Do 18 posts, but do a minimal, your 2 cents, 9 times a day with 10 hashtags. Now, your content themes, that can be whatever you want. It can be a weekly post on a certain topic that's done every single day. Just like I did. I come up with Monocot Monday, Tree or Turf Tuesday, Weeds Wednesday, Tree Thursday, Financial Fridays, Social Media Saturday, and Shrub Sunday. That's the content that I'm going to start pushing out on my YouTube, but it's definitely going to be advertised on my Instagram. It's going to be advertised on my Snapchat. It's going to be linked to my Facebook. All of this is going to work, and those short YouTube videos are going to be pushed to Instagram, pushed to Snapchat, pushed to Facebook, and you're going to see it grow. Now, like I said, once you start a theme like this, a weekly post or a daily post like that, you've got to stick to it. And you ask me, Eric, how do I do all this? There's not enough hours in the day. I'm a contractor. I work from 5 o'clock in the morning till 12, 1 o'clock at night. Boo-hoo. I don't care. You need to do that. And if you want to build a business one day, because the ultimate goal of any landscape contractor one day is to eventually sell it and to walk away from it and enjoy life. But we're all A-type personalities. We have to own something, or we have to be a boss or a leader and be in a leadership position. So I will work probably till the day I die. I don't want to ever sell anything. I will work till the day I die, just like my father. He'll be 70 years old here in a couple of weeks. But you know, he's going to keep pushing because he loves it. He loves his job, just like we all do. So you're thinking, how am I going to post all this? Guys, there's apps on your phone. There's software on your computer that'll help you do that. But I tell people again and again, if you can hire somebody to do your social media, hire it. It's probably going to be the lowest paid person on your payroll. You can hire somebody to go out and take pictures for you for $10 an hour, $9 an hour, that would love to be posting on social media all day. So let them do that for you if you can't do it. Me, I love doing it. I find the time to do it. I need to do more of it. You know, I pay my nephew to go around and take pictures of me, you know, because I want him to capture me in the moment of what I'm doing, talking to people, interacting with people. That's what I do in the classroom, you know. So that's how you can do it. You can use stuff like Hootsuite, where you can do software programs that'll post these 9 posts a day for you, and you can set up the timer. It'll also keep track of the likes that you get, the views that you get, when's the best time to post it. All that needs to be studied. When are you getting the most hits? When are you getting the most likes, the most views? Those are the times you need to keep posting. If you're posting something at 1 o'clock and you're not getting any interaction from it, but if you post something at 5 o'clock or 4:45, people waiting to get off work, or they're on their way home from work because they're sitting at a stoplight, if you're getting more hits then, that's when you need to start pushing out more content, guys. So study that. There's software and even companies that can help you do that. Style guidelines, engagement guidelines. What is your style? What are you going to post? And how do you want them to engage? My engagement strategy for Instagram, along with Snapchat, what plant is this? Take a picture of it, put it on there. What plant is this? People will respond. Is that the such and such? Now, of course, everybody's going to probably know what the dogwood is. But if you start posting some exotic stuff that you don't see that much, it's going to engage them. It's going to say, well, what is it? Tell us. We want to know because we want that in our yard. Do you have that at your nursery? Can I come buy it? Will you guys be open Saturday? I want that. My wife would love that plant in our yard. Things like that, guys. Again, free information, engagement. That's what's going to get people to knock on the door and make the phone ring. It's all about the visuals. So let's build that cohesive and recognizable brand identity. That's what you're doing with social media. You're building your brand. You guys are already hard workers. You know the landscape industry. You know the irrigation industry, the horticulture industry. You guys know that. Just push your content out there. Let them know what you're doing. Trust me, it will work. It will work. That brand building will consist of visual consistency, the subject matter, your branded hashtag. Hashtag your name. I hashtag turf teacher just about on every post I put up. You know, hashtag the geographical location that you're in. You know, hashtag Winston-Salem Realtors if you're working in Winston-Salem. Hashtag Asheville Home Builders if you're wanting to work for home builders in Asheville. If you're wanting to work, you know, for hotels, hashtag hotels, Raleigh hotels, whatever you're wanting to work for in the geographical location and what you're doing should be your branded hashtags. There may be a hashtag that doesn't exist. Create it. All you got to do is put the pound sign in front of it and you've created it. And Instagram's going to keep up with it. Turf Teacher only has like 49 posts with pound Turf Teacher on it. Every single one of them's mine. But when people click on that hashtag or they see it on one of my pictures, they'll see all of my pictures. And make sure that you stay true to your audience. If you're pushing out content about outdoor kitchens, stick to that. Or, yes, we do other things when it comes to it. But I even recommend, let's say you guys own a franchise, you know, a fertility app franchise, have its own personal Instagram page. Don't interlink them. I like keeping everything true and separate. Turf Teacher, we do business consulting, landscape and irrigation contractor CEUs. We're teachers. That's what we do. I'm staying true to my audience. I'm not going to put on there that we do vinyl siding. You know, stay true to your audience. Who's going to keep coming back to your page? Be creative. Build the captions. Put the photos and the video in albums. They can be, you can put up to like 10 pictures in one post and they just, you know, scroll side to side and they can see everything that you've done. So you could have like an album for that Mr. and Miss Smith's awesome outdoor kitchen. It could be a post on that. So build your captions. That's the text that's underneath your photos. Put them in albums, add stories to your Instagram, and then collaborate with influencers, people that have tons and tons of followers. Communicate with them, like their post, you know, just stay engaged with them so that they start following you. Their followers see who they're following, they start following you. It's just a big snowball effect when you start using the social media the way that it should be used. So let's follow each other. Let's even follow our competitors. If we see another landscape company out there, whether they're licensed or not, follow them. Just see what they're doing. You don't have to like their stuff, but it lets you know what they're doing. And definitely follow suppliers. And let's follow each other because we're colleagues. And then follow our suppliers. They're going to push out a bunch of good content for us to use in our business as well. And again, like I said, repost my stuff. Screenshot it. Cut my name out of it. You can post the pic. That's what I'm here for. So some of the hashtags that are cool for us, excuse me, pound irrigation, pound NCICLB, pound water, pound landscape, pound NCLCLB, pound sign landscaping, pound sign lawn care, pound sign lawns. All of these should be hashtags that we're putting on our pictures. And what I've done, I opened up Microsoft Word and, you know, Gary was talking about doing the 10 hashtags. I've done several groups of hashtags. So if I'm pushing out information about a class, those hashtags are being different than I'm doing if I'm posting a pic to our landscape site. You know, so I've got different, you know, there's spaces in between them, but I've got a group of 10. I emailed myself that Word document so I can open it up on my phone. When I post that picture, open up that Word document, copy paste, and I can paste all those hashtags into the picture instead of taking all the time to rewrite all that each post. It's quick. It's a little time saver thing that's able to get it done quickly. Reference Hootsuite. that's the social media marketing and management dashboard. They're also the ones that can help you post throughout the day at different times, and crushing it. Read this book, guys, by Gary Vaynerchuk. This guy's amazing when it comes to helping people build their businesses as well. So anyway, my name's Eric Jones. I appreciate your attention, and I hope that I can bring you some value. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Thanks.